This was the listening, right? Listening and speaking. My worst roommate. Imagine you had a roommate who did the things in the chart. Which problems would be the worst? The problem with my roommate was that she or that he. Okay. But you didn't say to me. Yes, or later, Nidia. Send it to me right now through WhatsApp, okay? Because I signed this for homework, so you have to send it in the WhatsApp, but not in our group, in a personal or in a private chat. You and me only. You send me your homework, and then I'm going to check it. Okay? It could be right now or it could be later, so don't worry. Okay, let's go to the next page. This is lesson B. We didn't reach this part last class, so this is today's class topic. Does family size matter? Grammar in context. Listen who is informed. Oh, sorry. Listen who is from a big family. Who is from a small family? Which two people were only children? Can you figure it out? Then read and check. Okay. Says who is from a big family? Can you guess without reading? Without oh hello Carolina, welcome. Shareni, welcome. Good evening. We just start this page is page 76. We just start this page, okay? I was just reading to Nidia the instructions. Uh, okay, it says, does family size matter? And well, says listen who is from a big family, who is from a small family. Okay, you're not going to listen. You're going to read. Can you figure it out? Can you figure it out which of these, Osman, Lily, Sophia, and Sean, which of them comes from a big family? Without reading, okay? Try to guess. Can you guess? Chicas, hello. Hello, hello. Dice without reading. Quiere decir que no tienen que leer, tienen que adivinar. Okay? You have to guess, tienen que adivinar. Just by seeing them, solo por verlos. Can you guess who comes from a big family? ¿Quién de ellos viene de una familia grande? Who comes from a big family? Maybe talks about the experience about. Okay, no, it's not about what the reading is about. That wasn't the question. Is can you guess? Podrían adivinar. Who comes from a big family? Which of these true? Lily, Osman, Sophia, or Sean? Which of them comes from a big family? Sophia, you say that maybe Sophia comes from a big family. Why, Nidia? Why do you think Sophia comes from a big family? Okay, who is from a big family? That's the first question, right? And Nidia says Sophia because I look her big, Lord. Okay, because she looks older. She looks older, right? Like she reminds you of your older sister. ¿Te recuerda a tu hermana mayor, maybe? Or what do you mean with big? You look her big. Yes, okay, because then sería because she reminds me of my, or because she looks, acuérdense que she is a third person, so she looks like a big or like an older sister. Like an older sister. Very good. Says, who is from a small family? I believe that Lily comes from a small family because she's Asian, right? And usually Chinese people only have one daughter or son. I think Lily because she looks like an older, like an only child or only children, right? Yes, yes, cannot have more than two children. Yes. People were only children. Which two people were only children? Lily, well, Lily, I think that maybe Lily and Sean, right? Because these two looks like Latinos, and Latinos we often have like big families, right? So they had like more shots to be only child or only children. Sorry. Can you figure it out? Figure it out means adivinar or guess. Then read and check. Now let's read. Says only children and siblings compare experiences growing up. Number one, Osman. People often say, I must be stressful, it must be stressful, sorry, to live like that. To live like that. But it wasn't. There was always somebody to play with and share secrets with everything and everything. Sorry. I think it's important for kids to be around other kids. I guess the only thing was I used to long for somewhere quiet to study. Okay, like we guess, right? Osman, he looks like he comes from a big family because he looks kind of a Latino. That's why he say that it must be stressful to live like that. But he said that it was kind of fun, right? Number two, Sophia. I suppose I was a bit lonely. I was a bit lonely, sorry. Being by myself all the time. I was always having to find ways to occupy myself. And like there was no one else to blame if I got into trouble. I couldn't get away with anything. It's hard to tell how it affected me, but it's not worth worrying about it now or about now. So, Lily. Number three. Looking back, I don't know how my mom did it as a single parent. It was impossible for her to have time for her children. Still, we always had enough to eat, nice clothes to wear, books to read, etc. We were very close, maybe because it was just the three of us. Oh, she comes from a small family, right? If she said it was the three of them, maybe she well, it's stating that she has a sibling, right? It doesn't say if it's a sister or a brother, but she has someone else. And her mom, because she said that it was a single parent, and then say, I don't know how my mom did it because it was her mom and a sibling and her. Let's go to number four, Sean. Personally, I had no real problem growing up. I got lots of attention, but I guess there was a lot of pressure on me to do well in school. I mean, I don't feel I missed out on things. I had lots of opportunities to socialize with other kids in school. No, look, so tell me, which of them was a single, an only child, sorry. So, who was a single child? Oh, sorry, only child. Now that we already read the Sean, okay, who else was an only child? Besides Sean, there was another one. Sophia, yes, Sophia was to only child because he was because he has yes because it says I had a lot of opportunities to socialize with other kids, right? With other kids in school, and she said that I suppose I was a bit lonely. She felt lonely because she didn't have someone. She didn't have a sibling, a brother or a sister to share. And she felt like she was kind of lonely. But Sean didn't. He was like, ah, it's okay. I mean, I had maybe a lot of pressure, but it was okay. I had other kids at school, right? And who, Lily was the one who comes from a big family or a small family? Small, very good. And who actually came from a big family? Osman, he came from a really, really big family, right? Okay. let's go to the exercise. Says check the columns to give your personal answers to the questions. Then compare with a partner. Give reasons for your views. And we have which of the people above do you think had a very happy childhood? Okay, one more time. Says which of the people above you think had a very happy childhood? Here you're going to give me your reasons, okay? Like for example, there is no correct or wrong answers. I came yes, I came from a really big family, so I'm going to choose that Osman was the one who had a very happy childhood because he always had somebody to play, right? Who had an unhappy childhood? Who was not happy when she or he was a child? Sophia. Sophia because she was a little bit lonely and that caused her problems, right? Yeah, she felt lonely almost all the time. She had an unhappy childhood. She was constantly looking for someone, right? Unhappy childhood. But don't worry. It's a little and because she was a little. Yes, okay. Miss having siblings or brothers and sisters. Who missed having siblings? Shan. This one missed having siblings. You don't have your glasses on. Put them on, Shareni. I. That's why I did the presentation a little bit bigger too because I usually read like this. So I have to make it bigger so I can read from here. Yes, yes, I understand you, Shareni. Go for your glasses, Shareni. Okay, it says missed having having siblings. That this means that he or she miss the days when he had siblings or to have a brother and siblings. Lily? Yes, maybe. You said Osman. Yes, because they both have Lily and you say Osman. Well, it says here that you can answer none too, okay? Sometimes fun family life stressful. Who felt stressful? Ah, here says Carolina, Osman, right? He found living in family stressful, right? Yes, it was like says often say it must be stressful to live like that. Ah, no, he said that it wasn't. It wasn't stressful. Maybe this one, Sean, right? He said, personally, I had no real problems growing up. I got a lot of attention, and I guess there was a lot of pressure on me. He felt pressure. So it could be. This one too, Sean. This could be. Enjoyed being with their sibling. Who enjoy being with their sibling? Lily with their siblings and her mom, right? And who else? There was always somebody to play with and share secrets with, with and everything. I think that Osman kind of misses, um, kind of enjoyed having siblings. Yes. Now tell me about you. Do you have siblings? No, Carolina, you didn't have siblings. Did have you wished to have siblings? Yes, Nidia has siblings. Yes, you have two siblings. Me too, I have two siblings. Tell me, Carolina, what it was like or what it felt like to have siblings. Were you like Sophia? You wanted to have siblings? Oh, sorry. What it was like to be only child. You were like Sophia. Sophia wanted to have siblings and she felt kind of like boring and lonely and that kind of stuff. And Sean, he was like, ah, no, it's okay. I mean, I had a lot of attention on me. I had more kids at school to play, right? How did you feel? Oh, yes, yes, you have three? How come? Siblings? Okay. What it was like to grow like that? Did you like to have siblings then? Or you rather be only child? Okay, says grammar, describing experiences. Circle the correct verbs forms to complete the sentence. Use the article to help you, then read the grammar chart. And we have Osman think it's important for children to grow up or growing up with other children. Grow up or growing up with other children. Come in. Finish. Okay. This was from the week 14, week 16, week 17. I don't know which one. Name, date. Okay. To grow up. Says to children to grow up. You say to grow up. Don't worry. If you made a mistake, we're going to check them again right after reading the grammar. Okay? Sophia says that she was sometimes a little bit lonely. Oh, sorry, a little lonely to play. or that she was sometimes a little lonely playing by herself. Which one could be to play or playing by herself? Playing by herself. Okay, says Lily says she always had enough to eat. Or Lily says she always had enough eating as a child. To eat or eating? Eat or eating? Eat or eating? Oh, sorry. To eat. To eat, eating. Okay, we're going to leave it there because we're going to read the grammar chart. Sean feels that he had no real problems to be an only child, or Sean feels that he had no real problems being an only child. To be or being? Being. You say being, well, nobody is answering, so. Okay, now let's check what the grammar says. Says infinitive to, oh, sorry, infinitive to plus verb. After adjectives, you can use infinitives, especially in it clauses. This is common in generalizations. It was impossible for her to have time for herself. After nouns or pronouns, use infinitives to add more details or to say how you use them. We have, we have, we always had, nice clothes to wear. There was always someone to play with. And we have our common errors. Don't add for or use for instead of to. We had books to read, not for to read or for read. We have books to read. Okay. And the ing forms. When are we going to use the ing forms? You can also use ing forms. This is common when people describe an actual experience. It was a bit lonely being by myself all the time. After these expressions, use ing forms. Have fun. Have no trouble. Have problems. Be worried. I had fun. I had fun. Or I had no problems growing up in my family. Or I had fun in my family. It's not worth worrying about it. In a conversation after adjectives, infinitives are far more common. Okay, so here says Sophia says that she was sometimes a little bit lonely to play, or she was a little lonely, playing by herself. Lily says she always had enough to eat as a child. This would be to eat as a child. Sean feels that he had no real problems being an only child. Yes, because he's talking about an experience. Come in. He's talking about an experience. Now, says, thank you. Wait, 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 wait. Sit down. Sorry. Complete the comments with the correct form of the verbs. Sometimes there is more than one answer. Then discuss the views with a partner. Do you agree with each other? And we have some words in brackets. Okay, so What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the following thing. I'm going to open this exercise so you can answer it. You won't need me to answer the exercise, okay? Okay, let me open the board. Did that. I didn't let you to check, right? Sorry, I forgot. And I already closed the presentation. There we are. Let me paste our activity right here so we can type on it. Forget the pencil. It was there when I took the screenshot. Okay, Nidia. Number 2, Carolina. Number 3, Carolina. Number 4, Sharon. Y la number 1, everyone. La number 1, you're going to answer 1. Carolina is going to answer 1, Nidia is going to answer another one, and Sharon is going to answer another space, okay? La number 1, okay, go. I'm going to share the board with you. Remember to use a different color to answer. Go ahead. Okay, come on, hear you. Okay, do you want me to imagine playing? Yes. And then you come again? You come again? You bring me your notebook again. Sorry, I am doing homework. Well, helping out with my kids' homework. Oh, Caro is online. Carolina, no, she's online. What happened with the fine? You write on top of it. As an only child, is that I never had anybody sharing anybody to share would be to share, to share problems with. I had no trouble. Ah, okay. Finding. I have no trouble finding kids to play. To play. To play with though. To play though. To play with though. I guess it makes you more independent. I was the oldest, so it was my job taking care taking care of my brothers. There were a lot of things to do. Big families are okay, but parents don't have much time to spend with each kid. Very good, Nidia. I'm going to start grading the ones that are great or that are correct. Taking care of, to do, to spend. Very good. One disadvantage of being an only child is that I never had anybody to share problems with. I had no trouble finding kids to play with, so I guess it makes you more independent. My sister and I fought all the time. It was hard sitting, it was hard sit in sitting in the same room without arguing. After she left home, it was easier being together. Ah, okay, yes. Then it was hard to sit in the same to sit in the same room without arguing. After she left home, it was easier it was easier being together. Families don't always get along. Yes, I understand that. I'm through that with my sister too. To sit in. Okay, very good. It's hard to imagine growing up as an only child. I had six sisters and we had lots of fun making up games together. The advantage of a big family is that it's impossible being lonely, or it's impossible to be being lonely. Yes, it's impossible to being lonely. Could be, yeah, I cannot take away the two, or it's impossible being lonely. Okay, very good. Check your answers for your book. Be careful with my cable. Más pequeña la letra. Wait, please. Yes, yes, yes. I forgot. A few moments ago, I forgot. I need my I need my. Que no lo alcanzo. Okay, tell me when you're ready. Okay, are you ready? Yes. Okay, great. Let's open then our again because I closed it. Sorry, I closed the window. That was it. Okay. Says viewpoint. A big or a small family. It's better to grow up in a small family or in a big family. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages of each situation and agree on answer. Basically, it's better to be in a small because okay, for a big okay says in a conversation you can use basically to give your main opinion. This is for you to use this word basically. But we're going to jump to the next activity or the next topic that is the passive. Okay, let me open the. Oh, sorry. Let me open our presentation. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, let me close. Let me know when you can see the presentation, okay? Okay, here we have the explanation for the passive voice and how are we going to use it. Get to the actual sorry, there it is. The passive voice says, let's look at this sentence. I drank 2 cups of coffee. This is an active sentence and it has the subject first, the person or thing that does the verb, followed by the verb, and finally the object, the person or thing that the action happens to. So in this example, the subject is I. The verb is drunk and the object is 2 cups of coffee. This is the object. Who does the action? I. What is the action drunk? And what is the object that suffers this action? The 2 cups of coffee. But we don't always need to make sentences this way. We might want to put the object first, or perhaps we don't want to say who did something. This can happen for lots of reasons. See, well, in this case, we can use a passive which puts the object first. 2 cups of coffee were drunk. We cannot buy me if we want, but it isn't necessary. Okay? We have how to make the passive voice in English. We make the passive voice by putting the verb to be into whatever tense we need, and then in the past participle for regular verbs. We make the past participle by adding ed to the infinitive. So play becomes played. And here we have the example with the different tenses. We have present simple, present continuous, past simple, past continuous. The active voice, well, I make a cake and I am making a cake, I made a cake, etc. The passive is a cake is made. Remember that it's optional to add by me or by my husband or by the cook or by the pastry chef. Whatever. You can add that, it's an extra information, okay? But the form is like this. A cake is made. Present continuous. A cake is being made. Past simple. A cake was made because it's past tense. A cake was being made. And then we have the present perfect tense, present perfect continuous, past perfect, future simple, and future perfect. Present perfect. A cake has been made by me. Present perfect continuous. A cake has been being made by me. Past perfect. A cake had been made by me. Okay, so this you don't have it in your book. So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to erase my drawings. Okay. This you're going to take notes. Says how to make the passive in English. We make the passive by putting the verb to be into whatever tense we need and then adding the past participle. For regular verbs, we make the past participle by adding ed to the infinitive. So play becomes played. Okay, you're going to copy this short explanation to your not have this in your books. I'm going to ask you to copy it. Okay, take note of this. You have you have to SS means screenshot. It also stands for students, but it's I guess that's even like for example, if you are in your cell phone, you can take a screenshot because it's easier. Sometimes in some computers you have to make like a trick with two keys. So it's kind of not difficult, but it's not as easy as to do it in the book. Sorry, in the cell phone. Okay, okay. Let me know when you're ready, okay? If you want to write this in your book, I recommend you to do it in the unit 8. In unit 8, verb to be plus past part. That's how we form the. Uh, that's how we form it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Shanice ready. Ah, Shane, you're the one who reads last class, and I was like, who's Reese? Who's Reese? Yes. Sorry, my internet it has a low signal right now, and it starts with the lines, I guess, blue and purple line. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, you are ready, Nidia? I'm waiting for Carolina, I guess, because Shareni is ready, right? Ready. Okay. Also, Carolina is ready. Okay. I'm going to suggest you to add some of the examples that are here. Okay, some of the examples that we can see there, so we will know how to form them in different tenses. Because right now I'm going to open the. Remember that in our book we usually have the sorry, have the grammar, but it's not as clear explained. Well, I guess that it is kind of a clear, but I think that that here it's like clearer because it has all the tenses. So in a main or in a general conception, passive voice, sorry, there it is. Okay, says how not to get along. Prepare what to do. Prepare. Sorry. What do satirical articles do? Check the boxes below. Do you enjoy reading satire? Explain what you like or don't like about it. And we have what these articles are. Make fun of people, give a balanced view of an issue, use humor to criticize people, exaggerate or say the opposite of what is true, show respect for people or organizations, and joke about social or political trends. Okay, so which of these boxes would you check? Use humor Use humor to criticize people. Yes, I believe that like that. Criticize people. Yes, what else? Joke about social or political trends. What else? I think that it also makes fun of, right? Makes fun of people or makes fun of people. Okay, and here we have community voices. Now that I've driven all my friends away, I finally, sorry, have time for me. And we have kind of like a comic, right? Usually these satiricals, we can see this kind of articles in the newspaper. Usually, most of young people doesn't read newspaper. It's like really, it was like something very common in, like, for example, my grandpa and my dad, that they used to read a lot the newspaper. And there was always satirical comics or these satirical articles were towards a political issue, right? There was always like a political problem, or I don't know, when some people or certain person or get caught in doing something illegal. That was the kind of satirical comics that we tend to see in the newspaper. Okay, says, now that I've driven all my friends away, I finally have time for me, by Bradley Crouch. Who needs friends? You work hard all day, and then they expect you to give up your evenings to hang out with them at the movies and restaurants. Sorry, that's exhausting, as well as expensive. You can't even take the weekends off because there are parties, nightclubs, bike rides, beach trips, and more. Some friends will even try on your vacation. With friends like this, you won't have a to yourself. Luckily, I found ways to get people like this off my back. Just follow the 5 steps below, and you too will finally have time to do lots of important things like playing online games for hours on end, heating up a microwave late TV night, watching late night TV information in the dark. I hate those stuff. Don't Step number 2, don't get around to calling them back. Don't feel guilty about not returning friends' calls. Just think of just think of they just waste your time. Well, In the same way, your friends probably just want you to waste your time listening to their tedious studies. Just put off making those calls, or better still, ignore them completely. Step number 2. If you must talk, make it painful. Despite your best effort to shake them all off, sorry, you still you may still then end up talking to if this happens, talk about yourself constantly. Friends hate this. Focus on topics that are boring or bad, such as what time you woke up on an embarrassing medical problem. Just make sure you don't ask your friends any questions about themselves. Step number 3. Don't show up on time. Let's say you follow steps 1 and 2, but your friends still manage to come up with plans for you. Maybe you agree to see a movie together. What I would do in a case like this is arrive 30 minutes after the movie starts. That way, you annoy your now. Can you listen to me? Can you listen to me, Nidia? Yes. Sorry. While I was doing the reading, my computer, like I have a laptop and I have it on my lap. I move and I kick the computer, so it fell. Sorry for that. Okay. So yes, so sorry for that. If you hear that tooth or something like that, it was my computer falling to the floor. Okay, so it's understanding reference. Reference. Let's go back to the reading while you have your material now, so you can do it. The words in bold are the ones that are like this. Step 3, don't show up on time. Step 4, always be short of cash. Step 1, don't get around to calling them back. And step 2, if you must talk, make it painful. Okay, those are the words in bold. Do they refer to ideas that come before or after them in the article? Complete the chart. And we have paragraph refers to before or after. out with them. That is exhausting. You're going to look for these expressions in the paragraph. You see, number 1, number 2, number 3. You have already there the paragraph. Refers to, and you're going to tell me what do the expression refers to. Okay? And them in this case refers to your friend. And it's before or after. Hang out with them. Hanging out with friends or hanging out with them. You refer to your friends. Was before or after? It says here before. Number 1. Let's look for it. Number 1. Don't get around to call them back. Don't feel guilty about it. They just waste your time. Well, the difference. Don't waste your time. Listen to their tedious studies. Just put them off. So, here is our paragraph number 1. And here is hang out with them. Refers to your friends before, after. You have to, okay, I'm going to open, I'm going to go back to the reading. I'm going to try to make it like, so we can read most of it like this. Yes, like that. And I'm going to open a whiteboard. Okay, so we can answer the question. Sorry, just let me set the exercise here because I'm going to open the board so you can collaborate. Okay, there you are. There it is. Going to give you 5 minutes to, you have 5 minutes to answer the exercise, and then we will check your answers. There it is. Shareni. You're welcome. Okay, take the screenshot and then I'm going to get back to the ready? Very good. Excellent. No. No, just tell me. Just let me know when you finish. Finish and then I will open the whiteboard. Okay? Just sorry. Just okay, let me know when you're ready. Are you ready now? Yes, Sharon is ready. We're going to wait for the rest of your classmates. Yes, Nidia is ready. Very good. Okay. Shareni, Nidia, Carolina, tell me when you're ready, please. So we can go to our next page. Is this one? Okay. I wait for you, Carolina. Don't worry. We wait for you. Okay, now let's go to the whiteboard now. I'm going to let them collaborate so you can type your answers here. I want to make it a little bit bigger. There you are. You can start writing on the chart. I'm going to you are four, so I'm going to one, one, two, three are for Carolina. Four, two, six are for Shareni, and 7 to 8 are for Nidia. Okay, go ahead. You can start answer. Remember to use different colors, okay? Ready? Almost ready. May I help you? Talk about yourself. Still end up. Talk about yourself. Like that? No. No. Okay. Nidia. Shareni, you are pink, right? Color pink. Okay, very good. Let's check the answers now. Ah, we are barely on time. We have getting late and after this one. Okay, remember that it refers to the says what do underline words refer to? The underline word this, them, that, this, below, important things, this way, this, that way. Okay, get getting late. Is this yours? Shareni, you finished it because Carolina wasn't online. Okay, thank you, Shareni. Okay, let's continue and let's check our answers. Number one says, that's exhausting, and the other word is that. Says refers to movies and restaurants. Was the answer that? Who gave me that answer? No, Nidia is here. Oh, hey, Nidia is here. Well, a Caro le tocaron a Carolina. Carolina had the first three. Well, Caro said that it was movies and restaurants, and the expression, the idea came before or after them in the article. Do they refer to ideas that come before or after? The idea comes before or after. In this case, in this case, that's exhausting doesn't refer to movies and restaurant. It doesn't refer to movies and restaurants. It refers to says that's exhausting. What's exhausting? Hanging out with them. Hanging out with them. That's what they said it's exhausting for them. Okay? Hanging out with them. That's what it refers to that word. And the idea came before or after. She said that it came after, but actually it was before. Before, not after. Let's erase this. Oh, wait, I have. There it is. Okay, and then says people like this, and this doesn't refer to people. Doesn't refer to people. Ah, very good, Shareni. It means your friends or the friends, right? People like this. Which people? Your friends. Your friends. Your friends. Okay, the idea was before or after. Says here before, after. She said that after. It's actually to before. I'm going to put a dot only because I'm really bad at drawing things. Green, it's me. Okay, Carolina, yes. I'm checking. Number. Oh, yeah, Carolina. The thing is that Shaleni is typing here in the chat. So I was reading her answers and checking this. Okay, number 4. The 5 steps below. The 5 steps below. Okay, the 5 steps below. The 5 steps below refers to what? The steps or tips you must follow. Mm, yes, but yeah, it could be. The steps or tips you must follow, but they were paragraph, right? The 5 steps below. This means the steps or tips you must follow. Well, I'm going to add it only paragraph because it's basically the same. Okay, paragraph. The paragraph, and the idea came before or after. Before or after. After, very good. Ah, Shareni, you forgot to put them, right? Shareni. Important, number five, important thing. She told us that important thing was eating microwave food, playing video games, and for what? Playing video games for hours, playing online games, etc. Very good. And it was before or after the idea? After. Very good, Shiny. Oh, you have a terrific reading comprehension, Shiny. Very good. Okay, think of it this way. This way refers, the word this way refers to not returning friends back. Okay, I think that here the idea is like not complete, right? It's kind of like incomplete. Returning this way, the way of returning friends calls is a waste of time. Would be returning a friend's call is a waste of time. Very good. And the main idea was before or after? Yes, like it was there the idea, but it wasn't complete. Okay, it was before or after? Shareni. Before or after? After. Very good. Now, number seven. If this happens, it refers to this. Oh, what refers to this? She said, talk about yourself. It mean, or it refers to talk about, you say talk about yourself, but it's actually talking to a friend. Talking to a friend. And the idea was after. Very good. I know, actually, sorry, it was before. It was before. Sorry, where is my? There it is. Was before, and we're going to erase this with a eraser. There it is. There it is. Now, number eight. Friends hate this. Now, this refers to medical. No. In this case, it was talking about yourself. I guess maybe I mean the answers. Friends hate this. What your friends hate? Talk about. Friends hate for you to talk about yourself. That's what it meant. Boring things to your friends. Yes, I mean the reading of the article gives the advice or advises you to talk about yourself. Your friends get bored because your friends hate this to talk about yourself. Okay, so the it was before or after. In this case, she said that the idea was after, but it is actually before too. So let's erase this. There it is. And let's write the check here. And the last one that was on white, I'm I'm going to come in. I'm about to finish. I'm about to finish. I'm about to finish. Sorry, sorry. Okay, number 9 says that way. That way refers to being late, right? Being late. And the idea was before or after. Being late or getting late, yes, it's the same. It was before, yes, very good, Shareni. Okay, and that's how we complete our our activity for today. We see each other on next Thursday. Okay, I'm going to assign you a homework for the topic that we see today. That it was the passive voice. No, it was the. No, it wasn't the. No, it was the passive. Yes, it was the passive voice. Sorry, I got. I'm going to send you the homework. I think that maybe in an hour or two. Okay. Okay. Bye, Carolina, Nidia, and Shareni, thank you very much for your attention today and for your presence. We see each other on Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend. Okay? See you. Goodbye. Bye bye. Me too. And we miss you, Shareni. Come often. Bye.